And we are live.
Yep. Me, Matt, and Killer Kyle here doing our live chat. Yeah. Took this fucking ever. Anyways, yeah, this has been a long road ahead. You know, like we did the Fighter Fest video for my channel, and not the Wheels of Fury channel, but I thought, what the hell, let's just do a live chat this week. Next week, obviously, is going to be Extreme Rules, the horror show. So
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a long time since we've done this too. I think that, and we've even mentioned it, us being away, it seems like rejuvenated, like you've,
Yeah,
I guess, I don't know.
for sure. Like, when we first started doing this thing, it was like Matt and I first started hanging out with each other, and then it was we would do videos every once in a while. We would go on Facebook.
Sorry. Cool shit, motherfucker. Sorry about that.
We would go on Facebook, do a Facebook Live, and then come up with an idea for a video to do on YouTube. And the very first video we did was fast lane projections.
Yep.
4 years ago now.
Yeah, I would say so.
3 to 4 years
Yeah,
ago.
because I moved here 5 years ago, so it would be 4 years ago.
And then Matt and I would hang out regularly. We wouldn't do videos every time we hung out. It'd be every second time we hung out, third time we hung out. It was just a once in a blue moon kind of thing. And then once we got into year 2 of Wheels of Fury, that's when we were doing videos on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And it would be, talk about an idea to do for a video, do like a Facebook Live, talk about it, hype it up, and then do the video. Matt would edit it, post it, and then it was just got to do a rhythm of that.
Yeah.
And we were able to come up with ideas relatively easily, relatively quickly, and bang them out.
Oh yeah.
Then it was starting to get to a point where it was like not necessarily hard to come up with ideas, but it's like we would come up with an idea, and then it'd be like, oh no, wait, we got this coming up. So we should do a projection for this, and then we can do it the next week. Or, come up with ideas to do for like a 3-week span.
Yeah.
And then do videos consecutively, like that week by week by week. And that, like, it just eventually got to a point where it was like, okay, coming up with an idea for a video was starting to be a challenge in a way. Because it was like, okay, we want to do a production video for, let's say, an event coming up, but what do we do in the meantime leading up to that? And it was never, like, it wasn't that we weren't able to come up with ideas for videos. It just came to be that it took longer. It was more of an effort, essentially, to come up with an idea for a video.
Yeah.
And it was a unplanned break for that 2.5 month period.
Yeah.
But now that it's happened, Matt went to his parents for those 2.5 months, and I was still here in Peterborough at my place, and I did projection videos for Backlash,
Yeah.
In Your House, Money in the Bank, and Matt did his own separately, and then he just came back there not that long ago, and so now that he's back and we're starting this thing up again,
Yeah.
we should be able to get into that rhythm again of coming up with ideas for videos and just knock them out.
Yeah. Like I try to figure out how to make my own channel so I can separate Wheels of Fury from my own shit that I do. So unfortunately that don't work. Now,
For some odd reason.
yeah. So I don't know how to fix it, but it is what it is, and that's whatever. I had a green screen, and I had actually spoke to my brother, and he said, "Well, it doesn't look like because you do need a big flat like wall, so you could put it on." And like as you could see, I can close my closet, but that won't fucking work.
Yeah.
I don't think. So, I mean, there's that idea out the window. I try to make things interesting, but, it takes time. Like, even if I were to plug in my camera, like right here, I use this a lot. I've used it for the past 2 years at least. And so, fucking try to do that, plug it in, because I remember for Fighter Fest, I had to keep putting the card in the camera and putting it out, putting it on the computer.
Yeah.
So did that, and so that was whatever. Because I think when SummerSlam happens, it would be a nice idea for us to try to go up either on the balcony or try something new.
Right.
Because it is SummerSlam and because it's all fucked up this year.
Yeah. Yeah, we're always trying to give you guys something new, something different, something exciting, but also give you guys something different to look at other than this.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, sweet ass badger, but I mean,
Yeah.
like, there's only so much of that you can look at before you go, all right, I want something different.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we've done a few videos up at my apartment, and we go outside from time to time, in the nice weather, we can do that.
Yeah.
Once we get into later seasons and it starts to get cooler, that may not be as easy, but
Yeah.
kind of it is what it is. But we're here to please you.
I know the last Wheels of Fury video we did, I was up in arms and nerve wracking or whatever, but with the times that are happening right now, it just seems like, at that time, it was a lot to take in,
Yeah.
but I think now, just, live with it as it is right now and see what happens in the near future, I guess. So, not quite sure about where to go with what we're gonna do, but and also trying to find ideas other than talking about wrestling.
Yeah.
Because it is difficult sometimes when we have our top 10 lists or top 50 whatever lists,
Yeah.
and we talk about fucking like our favorite TV shows, or our favorite movies, or our favorite musicians, and whatever. You know, unfortunately, I'm not a sports fan, so I can't necessarily talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a heads up, or that's just a little thing that we could talk about. That's not going anywhere, is it?
It's taking a while.
Alright, well, you just let me know, like I said. I hate skip the dishes so fucking much. Anyways, so the real reason I wanted to come on here as well is that I know that we did a video. I don't know if you did a video on YouTube. You might have. I'll have to look it up again. But a few, a month or so ago, we've lost, I believe, to be one of the best commentators, or no, the best ring announcers in professional wrestling. And one Howard Finkel. The Fink, yes.
Yeah, nobody had a voice like his.
No. In fact, when I was little, and I used to talk to myself for some reason, I still do.
Yeah.
I just make sure I'm not fucking alone. But anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
So I would always make matches in my head, like say Bret Hart versus Ultimate Warrior, for example. And I was always imitating Howard Finkel. Coming down the aisle, and then, whatever.
With the wrestling business, there's always going to be that one particular announcer that had a quality about them that stuck out to you. Like, Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan, the two of them were priceless together.
Yeah.
Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Ventura were really good together. Of course, probably the most memorable duo, and everybody loved them throughout the 90s and to certainly, a large part of Monday Night Raw, and I would say their chemistry together would equal Monsoon and Heenan together.
Yeah.
Was Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler. They were absolutely amazing together and hilarious. You also get into, or even, Joey Styles.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Yeah, just the way he would call a match and whatever.
Yeah. Raymond Rougeau.
Ray Rougeau.
You had Stan Lane. You had a lot of these guys in commentary. You had very little ring announcers. There was this one lady that I can't remember what her name was, but she was the ring announcer in the early 90s. She had blonde hair.
Yeah, I remember who you were talking about. I don't know her name either.
Yeah, so, besides the Fink, you had that lady, and then, of course, you go to Lillian Garcia, who eventually came into the picture. And then, I heard Jimmy Cordero say that referees should not be allowed to have gimmicks, I guess, whatever. Howard Finkel had a feud with Lillian Garcia. He teamed with X-Pac against, I can't remember who it was. He did a thing with Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
He was the guy who wore a toga at WrestleMania 9.
Yes.
He was Guy Smiley's Hair Club for Men client.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, Howard Finkel had one of those careers that was just absolutely fantastic. And to the point I was, to continue the point I was on, you got, Joey Styles, Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon, Jesse Ventura, JR, and the King all stand out for their commentary style and their chemistry together. Howard Finkel had that voice
Yeah.
that really stood out to you, authoritative, you know, like announcing who was coming, making their way down the aisle from wherever. And he has been a part of the WWE from, I'll say, the mid part of the 70s
Yeah.
to the early 2000s, I'll say.
Just about, yeah.
And, Matt mentioning Lillian Garcia. She had an amazing voice, too, very, very talented singer. But she had a style that her voice stood out, and the one thing was that stood out about Lillian was she announced was how she would announce Triple H,
Yes, yeah.
give it that emphasis, if you will.
Mhm.
And then you go into the earlier days of the WWE, pre Howard Finkel,
Yeah.
and even into the days of the NWA before it became WCW. Gary Michael Capetta.
Okay.
He had one of those announcing voices that again stood out, and a recognizable voice.
Yeah.
And there was an announcer that announced, I'll say, 60s, 70s. I don't know the guy's name, but another voice that really stood out and was recognizable. And when they inducted Bruno into the Hall of Fame, and there's that voice announcing, Bruno, very again one of those. Each of these people had that one particular quality that essentially was your childhood, more or less.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And like Matt was saying, how they were able to take Howard Finkel and have this lengthy ring announcing career, and then also transition him and use him as a comedic character, if you will.
Mhm.
You know, the stuff he did with Jericho, feuded with Lillian Garcia, and a few other things that he did. And of course, he ended up in the Hall of Fame as well, rightfully deserved.
Yes.
And but yeah, very sad that we lost him.
Well, yeah, and I mentioned that he had the stroke,
Right.
and like I said, I didn't think he was going to make the rest of 2019. He lived a bit longer than expected,
Yeah.
but I knew that there was just no way he was going to recover. It would have been cool, but I don't know. I mean, it could have been due to the virus, and he couldn't get as much help as he needed. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
We look at the Mount Rushmore of ring announcers, and you got Howard Finkel on the top,
Right.
as Howard Finkel, Lillian Garcia, Michael Buffer, even Bruce Buffer,
Yeah.
Bobby Cruz,
Yeah.
The guy that you just mentioned from NWA that
Gary Michael Capetta.
couldn't even. I probably seen him, but
Yeah. Even if you want to go, the guy that did the announcing after Gary Capetta
yeah,
and has done some ring announcing for Impact the last little while, Dave Penzer.
oh yeah,
He's very, very good as well and has that distinct voice as well.
yeah. So, anyways, yeah, he's gonna definitely be missed. You know, I think that it sucks. You know, it really sucks that this happened. Obviously, it sucks right now with the world, but you know,
Yeah.
losing somebody like Howard Finkel, who was up there with Okerlund and Keenan and all those guys.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But anyways, that was just a little chat that I thought we should do
Uh-huh.
because, I didn't really want to do a video, bring back Wheels of Fury because I just didn't really think that was, I wanted to do something special, so why not have it in a pay-per-view?
Right, yeah.
So, anyways, for me and Matt, and this is Killer Kyle, and we will talk to you next week.
Yes, sir.
And it's good to be back.
Yeah. Well, now I